Hi everyone, I'm Emma. Welcome to my yoga class today. We're going to be doing a core strength vinyasa class today. So lots of core focus in the warm-up and moving through a nice sequence of postures into a vinyasa flow. What you might need for the session is a couple of blocks. So you can use yoga blocks. These are what I like to call the bricks. And these are, I call them blocks, but one is just rectangular shape, one is more a thicker shape. You can get these online anywhere, and they're just good to have at home because you sometimes need these during yoga practice, and sometimes it's nice to sit up on a yoga block to begin the practice. It's nice for your pelvis, or a cushion. Find something you can use at home and just come to the edge of the block or the cushion. If you find it difficult to sit cross-legged and draw the knees down, then it's always good to support yourself underneath the pelvis because it allows the pelvic tilt to roll forward. So come to the edge of your block onto your sit bones to start. And if you find that this is really uncomfortable, you can place a couple of cushions or bolsters underneath your thighs as well. And just cross the legs at the ankle. And we're just going to start here today in a little meditation. So let's try to sit up nice and tall through the spine, lengthening up. And you want to feel your sit bones grounding down onto your block or your cushion. See if you can close the eyes now. And just relaxing your face. Relax the muscles around your jaw and your cheekbones. Just relax the hands down onto the knees. You can have the palms facing up if you wish. Thumb and forefinger pressing gently together. And just feel into your body now and get a sense for where you're at today. If you've had a busy day, if you're doing this at the end of the day, then this is a really good time to just tune into self. And just making sure you're not clenching the teeth. Relax your lips. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Try to just soften the shoulders away from the ears. Notice if you're tensing up in towards your chest cavity at all. See if you can send your breath a bit deeper now towards your pelvis. As we're sitting tall here and we're lengthening up through the spine, see if you can bring some awareness around your rib cage. See if maybe you're still slouching or tending to just stick the tummy out. See if you can start to use this breath to connect the energy moving around your body. So we're starting to communicate between the mind and the body, the mind and the muscles, the mind and the breath. So gently notice, are you breathing quickly? Are you breathing slowly? Are you breathing through the nose and out through the nose? I'd like you today to see if you can breathe through the nose and out through the nose. And I want you to start to breathe deeper towards your pelvis now. So on the inhale, we're going to just drop down into the belly and relax it. And on the exhale, start to draw the breath in and up. So inhale, dropping down, try to relax and send that breath really low all around your spine. And exhale, we hug that breath in and up to center. So inhale, we actually relax, expand, and exhale, retract back in. So inhale, we're opening the breath, we're creating space. Exhale, we're lifting, we're contracting. We're trying to reach deeper into the abdominals. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, hugging everything in, giving that gentle lift. starting to engage the bandhas, so Mula Bandha, deep abdominal core. So we're trying to activate with the breath and trying to activate with that deep core connection. Inhale. Exhale, hugging in and up. Mula Bandha, see if you can activate pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze and lift as you come back into center. So connecting to your true self, connecting deep into your core. Keep continuing with this breath work in your own time. This pranayama. In Core Strength Vinyasa, we use this breath to activate the deep core line that runs throughout the whole meridians, the muscle meridians and channels of the body. Just relaxing the gaze as well, turning the attention inwards. See if you can relax that face again. And if you wish to, start to activate more of your Ujjayi breath deeper towards the back of the throat. You can do this if you're used to doing this in your practice. Hugging that navel towards the spine. And then gently now, start to return the breath back to normal. Still in through the nose, out through the nose. And now we're going to gently begin to open the eyes. Open the eyes open. Good. And now let's start to roll the shoulders. So let's just turn the shoulders as if they're moving through a clock. So the hands are a clock. So we're bringing forward, up, down and around. So you can picture the clock in your mind, the little mind exercise. So you can imagine starting at the 6, forward to 3, 12 and 9. Good. So just relaxing through and then we'll change directions. All right. So just moving the other way. Good. Lengthening up the spine always. And then we'll take the left hand down. Lengthen up with the right. Take an inhale and exhale. Just float the arm over any amount. Bend a lot into the left elbow. Inhale and exhale, floating up. Let's change direction. Let's get deep into that side waist. Inhale and exhale, and again. Left palm down, lengthen over. Inhale. Exhale, lift, and again. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Let's interlace the fingers, cross them away. Inhale up. Good. Lengthen right up. Pull your arms towards your ears. Keep the head where it's at. And then release the arms down. Cross the arms over and open wide. Just going to start to warm up through the shoulders. So inhale. Exhale, opening, expanding. Good. Inhale and exhale over. Good. And then let's moving over. Inhale and exhale. Crossing over. Inhale. Exhale. So just keep it nice and flowy. No rigid movements here. Just opening up. Good. One more over the other side. Good. Then you can come off your prop now. If you were sitting on one, just put it to one side. All right, let's move through a lovely core warm up now called seated cat-cow. So crossing the feet at the ankles. Make sure you've got a nice little triangle shape here between the groin and the ankles. Placing the hands on. Inhale forward, expand the heart, and exhale, we're going to rock back. So you can just move as much as you can. If your spine's really stiff today, if you're doing the practice in the morning, then I suggest you just move really slowly and build up. So you can just keep it small and contained, or you can start to really get fierce with the movement. So inhale forward, exhale, rock back, hold here, draw the chin to the chest and really feel that expansion across your shoulder blades. Good, and again, inhale, moving with the breath, and exhale, rocking back. Good, inhale, let's bring the arms in now, reaching up and exhale, fist to hips. Inhale forward, exhale back, feel that spine extend, exhale back, one more, inhale, and exhale, rock back again, curl into the spine, good, feel some little movement across the shoulder blades here, play around and see how it feels, good, and from here we're going to lift up again, inhale, this time we're going to bring the feet up, see if you can cross them at the ankles and sit tall, support yourself with the hands if you need, or bring the fists to the hips, good, and again, inhale forward, exhale, lift up through the spine, hug the belly, good, switch sides, inhale, switching the legs, just plays around with your memory a little bit, so muscle memory, good, inhale forward, exhale, lift, hold here, 3, 2, 1, and again, inhale, exhale, through the mouth, inhale, exhale, and again, inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, lift. From here we're going to cross the feet at the ankles, we're going to start to spin, knees towards the right, spin heart and chest to the left, inhale, so we're rocking from one sit bone to the next, lengthening up through the spine, hugging in, inhale, exhale, lift, okay, good, trying to get deep into that side waist again, firing up the belly bonfire, I like to call this, inhale, exhale, if it's too strong for your back and you feel like you're really slipping back like this, then just come back up to sit for a moment, okay, good, we'll take one more each side, inhale, exhale, come forward, all right, from here, just sit tall, take the palms behind you, fingers behind, lengthen up for a moment, good, we'll take the knees to one side and then the other, so just rotating through the legs, good. From here we're going to take some little pulses now, so in Navasana boat pose where we normally extend the legs out, we're going to take some little pulses in our boat, so again we're trying to fire up the deep core line, getting ready for what's to come in the practice. So from here, see if you can maybe take the hands together like this in our little mudra, and then we're gonna, again, you can have the big toe mats together or you can cross the feet, depends, and we're just going to take some little pulses like this. So we're going to inhale and draw those hip flexors right back, so it will hurt at first until you get used to it. So ready, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll release, okay, so we'll just build up slow, 1, 2, 3, release, okay, so we're going to inhale with the legs out and exhale as we draw the knees in, 3, 2, 1, release, okay, good, and again, let's go for a bit longer this time, inhale, exhale, 2, 3, 4, keep drawing the knees in, 5, 6, and release, good, let's try one more time, let's go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, great, well done, good, so that really fires up pretty quickly there, good, just release the spine forward now, take a gentle rocking action, good, and then again we're going to just flip the knees to one side and the next, good, great, now we're going to come over into tabletop. So you want to have your knees right underneath your hips and your hands are spreading wide, so the fingers spread wide, lengthen up through the spine, so try not to sag the belly down, you want to really press the mat away from you, okay, create space across the shoulders, and already you should begin to feel the lower belly having to work here, so hug the belly in, okay, from here we're going to lengthen the left arm, straighten the right leg away, really lengthen up, take an inhale, exhale, curl it in, inhale, lengthen, exhale, curl in, one more, try and keep the spine as steady as you can, exhale, curl in, replacing down, let's move to the other side, so right arm away and left leg comes away, inhale, exhale, curl in, inhale, you can hug the head down, just make sure you're not coming into this action where we're really dipping into the spine, so it's controlled, one more, inhale, exhale, Good. And then we're going to roll around the hips. So just take some nice circular action, moving around, being fluid. All right, so just bending at the elbows. Inhale and then exhale, rolling around the other way. Excuse me. And just find any areas that feel tight. Maybe take a pause and breathe into it. And then move around. Press up into those ribs. Good. And just snake around the spine. Now we're going to start to come forward now. Inhale. And then exhale, rock back into this cat position. Inhale, we're going to dive and glide forward. Exhale, begin to rock back up. Keep those feet behind you firmly planted. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Really deepen the breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale back. Good. Lengthen, and then just bring your spine back into neutral. And sit all the way back into a child's posture. So the big toe mounts can be together. Stretch the arms forward. Bring the forehead down. Take a couple of deep nourishing breaths here. And start to roll up through the spine. Good. One of my favorite things to do is really work into the shoulders, especially in the morning for a nice stretch. So we're going to do that now. So the knees can stay where they are. Take the left hand and keep it underneath the shoulder, so the shoulder comes in line with the elbow and wrist. Lengthen up with the right, any amount. Inhale and exhale, float the arm under. Inhale up, exhale under. One more. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale. This time take the arm all the way under. Shoulder comes down, the head comes down, gaze towards the left. And just pause here. If you want to take the left arm up for a further stretch, you can draw the shoulder blade back. Good. Keep lengthening up through those fingers. And then take that palm down. Start to rise on up to center. Alright, so move to the left now. So inhale, extend the left arm. And exhale, float under. You could be entirely different on this side, so don't worry about that. Exhale down. Inhale. Just take the arm as far as it wants to go. If there's a restriction, just stop there and we'll float it under. Likewise here, if you get down and you feel you can't thread the arm any further, you can place any prop here like a blanket, right, to support your shoulder. If you can, you take the shoulder down. Palm up and maybe walk it away a bit further. And then we may take the arm up towards the sky, palm facing away. Deep breaths here. Keep hugging the right hip back as well. It might want to just shift over to the right there. So keep hugging it back into center. Okay, activating the whole time. Good, building this resistance. Come back to center. All right, so from here we're going to start to tuck the toes and lift the hips now. So lift them up towards the sky. Come back, but bend into those knees. Lift the hips. All right, so lift the belly here. And make sure those palms are really nicely spread here. The fingers are spread here. Keep it bent into the knees. Then start to pedal through your feet. So up and down through the feet a couple of times. Good. Just warming up the back of the legs. Then look forward between your hands and take baby steps up until you reach the top of your mat. And then start to uncurl through your spine nice and slow. Lifting the arms up, palms together, back to heart center. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up, gaze upwards. Make sure the ribs aren't jutting out. Lift them in. Exhale, bound, fold down through the spine. Inhale, begin to press into those feet. Lift up through the spine. Lift the hands, palms together again. Back to heart center, namaste. From here, inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Lift up the gaze. Exhale, bound, fall down. Good. Inhale, lifting all the way up again. Arms come overhead. And then back to heart center. Good. One more time. Inhale. Lift the arms. Exhale, we're going to bound fold. All the way down this time. Allow the head to hang. Allow the head, a little shake out here a moment. Just release. Okay, release either side. Good, we're going to bend the left knee in slightly. Hands can be down onto fingerprints or onto a couple of blocks here. Look over to the right, and then we're going to switch knees. So we're just again warming up through the feet and the hamstrings. Bending one knee in, gazing the other way. Good. Good. From here, inhale, halfway lift. We extend the head. Okay, try to straighten the legs. Don't worry if they're not. You may be up higher today. Hold onto your thighs. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release down. Step all the way back now. A nice big step into plank. Lift the hips high here. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the quads. Take the knees down. Exhale, slow and controlled down. Pelvis and then the heart and chest comes last. Release the head. Take the fingers wide. We'll start to find a little movement through the shoulders here. So a little dancing cobra. So moving around maybe up onto the fingertips. You can lift up a bit higher if you're used to doing this. If not, just keep it smaller to begin with and we'll build up. Good, keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Keep those feet behind, pinned down. Good, make sure you've got plenty of space around you for this one. I'm a little tight for space here, but it's the only way I can fit myself in the camera, so I have to just work with what I've got. Take your hands underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale up into a baby cobra. So here you want to make sure the shoulders haven't come with you. Take them down. Okay, so the elbows pin back. Exhale, release down. Again, inhale, nice and strong through the palms. Lift. Press onto the knees and hug that belly in. Tuck the toes. Lift up into your downward dog. All right, so you're back into your downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need. Take a little movement for the feet again. This time bend the left knee in and look under the right shoulder. And again, opposite. Right, look under left. So you're bending in, you're straightening the other leg, finding that movement. Good. Looking forward. Bend the knees, keep the hips high. Inhale and exhale, roll the spine forward, a little spinal wave coming out into that plank. Knees down, release all the way down, chaturanga. Lift up, straight into cobra this time. Onto the knees, back to your downward dog. Good, we're going to lift the right leg here. Take an inhale, extend, exhale. Bring that leg in and forward, plant it near the right thumb. Then now bring your hand onto the inner part of the foot and start to walk your foot out. We're just going to find a little nice deep stretch here for the hips. All right, so we're just staying up nice and high to begin with. Good, feel a nice stretch here. Good, maybe lift onto the back toes. Breathe nice and deep. Okay, you can stretch back into those hamstrings, those calves if you want, press into the toes. Good, then from here, maybe extend the left arm up, open, and exhale down. Open, exhale down. One more, open, exhale down. Good, take that leg back to down dog. Just adjust the hands. Good, nice and wide. Deep breath here. Let's move to the left now. Inhale, extend left leg. Exhale, come forward. Again, the hand comes onto the inner part. And we just come into this deep lunge. Now again, you can start with the knee down and stay here if this is enough for you. All right. Try not to sink into the chest. You want to lengthen up. You can even be onto the fists. All right. That's a good option as well. Breathe nice and deep. And again, we'll open out just as far as the arm wants to go and come down. Knee down option or onto the toes. Lift and lengthen, exhale down. Again, you can always take this onto the knees, back into a child's posture or come straight back into your downward dog. Always variation to take. Good, relax the shoulders here. Lift the belly high, relax the head. Good, lift the right leg to the sky now, extend. Inhale, exhale, bend the left knee a lot and bring the knee in and forward. Tuck it up to your chest. Plant near the right thumb. Good, come into the back heel and start to rise on up. All right, using your core there to lift. All right, so adjust the back heel accordingly. Lift the arms, palms together, sink into warrior one. Okay, the palms can come together. Bend into the front knee. Not be on the ankle, remember? Deep breaths here. Good, then release the arms down. Bring them behind you. Find a nice stretch, maybe take the head up or just keep it forwards. Good, and then inhale up. Exhale, bring the arms around. So just finding a nice movement. Keep the elbows bent if you wish. Good, take the palms down, slide the front leg back. Downward facing dog again. Relax the head and gaze towards your quads. Couple of breaths here. And let's extend the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, draw that knee in and forwards. Okay, coming up again. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Sink into the front knee. Lift the palms together. Gaze up. Really press into the blade of the back foot. You want to be pressing that down and not rotating the ankle in. Good, and again, drawing the hands back and forward. Inhale up. And then exhale, opening. So depending how wide your stance is here, you may wish to just reach forward a bit, open and expand the chest. Inhale, exhale, palms down either side of the foot and slide the front leg back, downward dog. Good. Deep breaths here. Inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Even longer if you can. Good. Begin to lift that right leg again. Extend to the sky. Good. Inhale and exhale. Bend the left knee as you bring it forward. Up to the right thumb. Good. Again, draw the back heel in and start to rise up. Okay, we're coming out into warrior two here. So this would be the way you'd be going. I'm going to show you from this way. So the right foot forward, the arms come out. You can check out to see if the arms drop down. Sometimes it does that. Bend into the front knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Lengthen through the arms. See if you can just open the palms for a moment to relax the shoulders. Then extend them out. Find that drishti, that focal point. Turn your attention inwards. Relax the jaw. Good, then flip the front palm, inhale, and exhale. Bend into the front knee and see if you can come back into reverse warrior. So here, just go easy into your spine. Lift, and this could be enough for you. All right, see if you can take the back hand down. Lift and open. Great little movement for the side waist. Relax the face, the head can be down if you find it too strong. Good, then inhale, exhale, rise up. Flip the palms over to the front. Slide the front leg back into your down dog. Good, let's move to the left. So inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, float the knee in and forward. Start to rise up again. Adjust the back heel by lifting the heel up, okay? So be careful of that knee joint. Lift the arms, gaze forward. Knee wants to be in line with the ankle. Keep stretching out the arms, nice and strong. Keep that breath centered, getting a bit out of breath now myself. Good, flip the front palm. Inhale and exhale, back to reverse warrior. So again, the arm might just want to relax here. We might have a little bend into the arm. You might just want to feel that stretch down the side waist. Depends, all right? So you go to the extent you want to go to. Breathe nice and deep. Good, then inhale and exhale, flip the palms forward. Slide the leg back. This time we're coming down onto our knees and we're going to sit back into a lovely child's posture. So we're going to sit all the way back to the heels. If you find this tricky, you can place something underneath like a blanket. All right, roll it up. Take the hands behind your head this time into a prayer. So we're just going to settle the breath down a little bit. Good. Then take the palms in front of you. Start to lengthen up through the spine. We're going to tuck the toes again and lift the hips. Back to our down dogs. Good. Okay, let's lift the right leg to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knee and start to bring it forwards. All right, bending into the back knee a lot. Start to rise on up using that core. Lift and squeeze as we rise. Okay, from here, maybe you'll need to widen the stance of the front foot. Okay, it depends on your structure. For this move, it's okay for me like this, onto the back toes. See as you lift up, try to lift and squeeze. Keep your balance. Inhale and exhale, release. We're going to inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, release. Good. Again, inhale, extend, and exhale, release with the arms. One more. Inhale, exhale. Then from here, we're going to take a balance and come forward onto the front foot. So we're going to inhale. See if we can bring the foot in. You might need to take the toes down first and bring it up towards you. We're going to lift the left knee into center. Keep this knee nice and buoyant. We're going to see if we can lengthen out into Virabhadrasana 3. All right, so if this is your first time, you may want to take the foot down for a moment just to regain your breath and your balance. All right, keep squeezing in. You want to squeeze in together the inner thighs here. All right, so this is going to help you activate as you come forward and hinge on the hips. You may wish to keep your hands on the hips so we don't twist out the pelvis, all right? If you get to here, that's fine. Even if you get to here, take something that works for you. It's going to feel strong. It's going to feel strong into the glutes as we squeeze. You may wish to hold on to a wall space as well, okay? If you've done it before, good for you. You may be able to come all the way into your Virabhadrasana 3 with the arms out, okay? So keep breathing deep. Okay, hinge at the hips. Try not to come too low. I want to have the crown of the head in line with the spine. Breathe deep. Good. And exhale. Slowly begin to take that foot down, back towards the back of the mat here. Good. Well done. Take both hands down and slide the leg back to down dog. All right. Just lengthen out here. Release the head and give it a nice shake a couple of times. Again, breathe nice and deep. Let's move to the left leg. Inhale, extend the left, and exhale, bring that knee in and forwards. Again, we're going to bend a lot into the back knee and start to rise on up using our core. So you breathe the whole time. Inhale and exhale, release the arms. Inhale, extend, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, release. Okay, this is where we're going to take the balance. So focus your mind where you want to go to. Take a breath or two. Neutralize and soften. Okay, inhale from here. Maybe you're coming all the way into the tuck so we can bend. We can tuck in. Right, squeeze. Coming in. Okay, when you feel ready, you can hinge at the hips and take your leg out behind you. If you're bringing the arms out to the side, use them for balance. Keep activating the whole of the supporting leg and this leg behind you as well. Keep the arms out. 3, 2, 1. Releasing down. Well done. Ooh, that one's a challenge. Take the palms down. Slide the front leg back. Down dog. Good. Begin to lift the right leg towards the sky now. Extend and exhale. Float the knee through up to your right hand. From here, we're going to turn to the long side of our mat. So for me, I'm going to turn to face you. So we're going to take the feet nice and wide and start to just take some ninja lunges here. So we can hang onto the thighs and just start to rotate. Start to neutralize, release the spine. Okay, so breathing nice and steady now. Release the shoulders and send those hips really far back into space. Good, release and move, whatever feels good for you. And you might have some really good tunes on at home, so you can really get into your creative flow here. Good. And then we're just going to bring the arms up. extend, inhale, and exhale back into Goddess Warrior. So we're going to inhale up, exhale, extend out, inhale, gazing forward, exhale out, inhale up, exhale, out the mouth, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So really squat low, watch those knees are tracking the toes, important, inhale, exhale, and then we're going to move wavy side to side. Okay, so just move, get into that side waist. Good. Bring the toes to face the front now, parallel. Really press the outer blades in if you can. Lengthen up through the legs, all right? Try to have them as straight as you can, but without locking out the joints. So we're going to hinge from the hips, okay? So fan pose. We're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to take a breath as we come forward. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lift into the belly and rise up again. All right, so we're coming halfway, inhale. And then exhale, begin to lift up into the spine. Good, one more. Inhale, lift, fold. And then when you get to here, you'll know how you're feeling, all right? So you will feel the legs activating. You may wish to have a couple of props nearby to hang on to, all right? So if you feel you want to work here a bit higher, you can, all right? You can use any amount of props or books that you might have at home. Okay, a little table here. This could be enough for you. Or you might wish to take another breath. Soften the breath, remember, and then activate, and then maybe you'll fold forward a bit more. Be careful not to lean back into the heels. So you're coming forward, maybe the head will come down, maybe the head will come onto something, and you can relax the arms down. Okay, so just breathe gently here. Good, then from here, start to rise up slowly. Again, you may need to bend into the knees to keep it safe. Depending on your structure, you may be able to unwind slowly up through the spine. Take your feet to turn the front, palms down, and slide the leg back. Good. And breathe it deep here, or calm down onto your knees if you need. Couple of breaths if you want to come into child's posture. Okay, join me back in downward dog. We'll move to the left now. So inhale, extend left leg, and then exhale, bring that leg forward. Again, we're going to come right around to the long side of your mat. So still face me if you can, or be in a position to face me. Into those lovely ninja lunges. Now this time you may wish to, if you feel a bit more spacious now in the hips, you may wish to move a bit lower. So you can come further down, work into those legs. You may want to come over to one side and lift the foot up towards the sky, okay? You may want to just stay high. That's fine. You can maybe move the arms and release here into the upper body, okay? So take your chosen position. It's nice and fluid, so there's not a particular shape we need to be into. The ninja lunges are just really lovely. Release here. So we can move side to side. You can use the ground for support. Remember, work from the ground up. Inhale, exhale. Loosening up through the spine. Releasing. Okay, maybe even lifting the arm if you're down low. And then moving to the other side. Left to right. Good. Find that nice fluid movement. One more. And then come to center. All right, this time crawling up through the spine. Again, coming out into that nice temple. So we've got the toes out and the heels in. And we're just going to move around a little bit more. Center ourselves. Okay, so make sure you're activating the inner arches here. Lift the arms and exhale out. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale, extend, exhale out. So bend, squeeze as you come up. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale, release. Good. Let's turn the feet forward again. And we're going to come into that forward fold. All right, so you choose this time if you want to take the blocks or if you want to just try again, folding forward. So we're going to inhale, exhale. This time we're going to come all the way. Keep hugging that belly in, and then maybe the hands will come down. So they might be onto a block or two. You can have this as high as you wish, and maybe the head will come a bit lower. Doesn't matter today. Take your palms in. All that matters is you being here, getting on your mat and practicing and discovering. Relax the head down. And then take a deep inhale and start to rise on up using that core. Good. Turn to the front again of your mat. Palms down. Slide the leg back, downward dog. Couple of breaths here. And we're going to come down onto the knees now. And just move any props out the way. Alright, so my mat slipped over again. So from here we're going to come down into puppy pose. So different ways you can do this, and again some people might like to use a prop if your spine's really tight today, or shoulder blades or anything. So we're going to keep the knees underneath the hips, the toes tucked, coming forward. Alright, so you may wish to just work into it here until the spine gets used to being like this. Okay, this could be an option for you. Or you could bring the arms fully down, the head fully down. Okay, and just see if you can descend that chest down and forward. Okay, so take a couple of breaths here. Relax between the shoulders. Alright, and then slowly make your way on up. Okay, sit back towards your toes now and just come up into toe pose. Now, this isn't going to be accessible for everyone, depending on the structure of your feet. But if you feel okay to tuck the toes and sit back with your bottom, then this is a great stretch for your feet. So we just pause here for a few breaths. If this is too much for you, you can just release the feet down and place some sort of padding underneath the feet, okay? So choose whichever you feel you can do today. And just take a few deep breaths here, just to recenter. Good. Now we're going to come around to sit. So we're coming into some more of the cooling practice postures now. So we like to cool down towards the end of the practice, and we take some nice twists and stuff for the spine. So first of all, we're going to take a lovely deep forward fold. So again, you could use any amount of props you need. So this isn't a yin practice, so we don't use every single prop out there, but you can use what you need if you feel you're really tight, or you can just go for it, all right? So we'll take a couple of breaths forward. So we're going to inhale, hands behind the thighs, exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen up the spine, hug the belly, exhale, and we'll just land up, maybe towards the thighs. Maybe this is enough for you. Take a couple of breaths here to create space all around the ribs. And then we can start to maybe soften. We'll start to crawl the heels forward somewhat and trap the toes back towards you. Really activate the leg. So we want to be pulling the toes towards us, activating all underneath the leg here. Maybe you're forward and maybe this is enough. Okay, you can rest your head onto something here. Relaxing the breath, softening. And just begin to lengthen out with time if you feel your muscles are ready for it today. Maybe straightening the legs. Good, and inhale deep and slowly start to rise on up. All right, so we're going to take a lovely twist now, Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're going to take the right leg underneath the left, if you can, and see if you can try and pick this one up and bring it over the top. If it wants to hang here, that's okay, but really hold on to it and hug it in. See if you can take it over. All right, press the heel down. All right, so we're going to take a hold of the right palm towards the left, lengthen up with the spine. Really lengthen up first before we even go into the twist. So really create space for the ribs. Take an inhale, and then we're going to exhale over towards the left. Your left hand supporting you behind with the fingertips or with the palm. Watch you haven't sunken into the left side there. We really want to hug this right into center here with this knee. Good. Pause here. Take another breath. Maybe take another twist. And then gaze over that shoulder. Gently. Good. Come back around to the front and unwind your legs. All right, then from here we're just going to windmill them side to side. So just as much as you want, just a little bit of movement here. Start to cool down now. All right, so we'll take it to the other side. So we'll take the left leg under, and you may be different on one side. You know, you could be not as balanced, so don't worry. And perhaps you'd want to take a blanket underneath your bottom if you do find you kind of lean over to one side. All right, this foot, it might not want to pin down, that's okay. Just try and work on hugging the knee into center with this arm. So it might kind of land up in the crook of the elbow. Take the arm behind somewhat, open that shoulder out, inhale, and then exhale, gaze. And then inhale and soften with a breath. Inhale, softening over. Relax the face. And then come back around to the front. Good, release the feet. And you can just work into the hips again. We're going to pause over onto the left and just drop the knees in like this. So it's kind of at this funny little shape here where we've got the front leg parallel and the other one's doing the same behind it. We're going to press up onto the left hand and then open the side body, open the shoulder, and exhale down. And again, one more. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale down. And flip the feet over the other way. Inhale up, press the right palm down, exhale down. Now you don't have to come as high as me, you just maybe enough of a stretch up into the side body is enough for you. Just pressing up, building a bit of strength into that supporting arm. Good. And then we'll come back around to the front. All right, so just take your legs straight, give them a little shake out here. Release anything. Perhaps give them a body pummel. So we just have our little fists here, squeeze them tight, and then we can just pummel through the muscles. So especially if this is something you haven't done for a while, it's good to just give your body a little pummeling. All right, so little self massage. You can do this anytime you feel some tightness. All right, and also awakens up the muscles. All right, so support yourself as we roll down now through the spine. Draw your knees into your chest and hug them right in. Give yourself a little rocking side to side. Feel how good that is for the spine. I love doing this one. Good. And then we're going to straighten out with the right leg. Keep the left knee drawn in and your hands on top. Circle through the ankle a couple of times. Find a little movement and really feel into the foot and what it's doing. Then we're going to start to move this knee and encourage it to move over towards the right. Okay, if it doesn't want to go all the way, that's fine. Watch your left shoulder here because it might want to lift with it. So we want to keep that pin down behind you. Keep the arms out, cactus arms. All right, if you want to support the knee because it keeps lifting up, you can hold on to the knee. Open the chest, roll the left shoulder back. Breathe deep and feel that lovely deep twist around your rib cage, around your inner organs. Energy flowing around. Good, then work your way back to center, and then you might need to scoot your bottom over a little bit to the right. Recenter yourself, draw the right knee in. Okay, and again you can just rotate through the ankle. Loosen off, and then we'll draw the knee over to the left again. See where you get to. Try to keep this right shoulder down. You may notice one side is a lot tighter than the other, so you may need to just not go as far today. Okay, so listen to your body as always. Palms are up if both elbows are out at a right angle. And then gently roll yourself back to center. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Good, relax the head and just rock side to side. We're going to move into a blissful baby. So take the feet up, draw the knees back towards you and hold on to the thighs here. You want to start here and just see where your spine's at, so it's really important not to lift the lower spine up. So see if you can maintain contact here. Drawing the knees in, and maybe you'll be here. Maybe you'll want to reach up a bit higher or up all the way onto the inner feet. Only if your spine doesn't lift up like this, okay? If it does, you can, as always, place something underneath it, like a blanket. And then you can just close the eyes here. Feel all the energy and the blood running back down through your body. This is a great one for just pausing, reflecting, draining. Again, centering the breath. And for 3. And out for even longer. Good, then draw the feet together into what would be a butterfly or Baddha. And then hold onto the ankles and see if you can draw the knees out. So you're holding everything into center, feeling a nice stretch of the inner groin now. If that's too much, holding it up like this, you can take this position down onto the floor. Good, and take the knees back into center and just give your knees a little roll all the way. Keep the legs together. Take a little 360 roll one way, and then we'll move around the other. And then take the feet down. Good. And then we'll just begin to make our way into Shavasana. So you can maybe take a few more little movements side to side with the knees. See what you need for your body. Maybe take one more spinal release, lifting the head up to center. Tucking the chin and then taking the head all the way down. So make sure your head's positioned really nicely for your Shavasana. So you can even lift it up and then position the head down. Create space for the neck underneath. And then just lengthen yourself out all the way into your lovely Shavasana. So you may be totally flat. You may wish to have the legs drawn up, all right, with the knees in. Perhaps this could feel nice if you have any lower spine issues. And just put something warm on because you may cool down a lot here. Palms are up. Space your feet out and your arms out really wide. Relax the shoulders down now. Just feel the energy rushing through your body. Feel the heat. Maybe feel the cooling breath now as you begin to just rest and digest here. Allow everything to just go now. Rush over you and let go of anything that you're holding on to. Know that you are supported here. relax the shoulders down. Relax the whole of your face. And just allow your heart to be open, your belly to be soft, and enjoy your relaxation. And then we'll just begin to gently bring our awareness back into our body, and just in your own time start to make some gentle movements, circulating through the ankles, through the wrists, make small circles, and then perhaps bring the knees up towards you and hug them into center again. Taking in a movement you wish, perhaps drawing the knees out and in a couple of times. And maybe lifting your head up towards your knees once more, and releasing it down. And just take your head over to each side. Left, feel the stretch of the neck, and right. And come back to center. And then you can roll your knees towards your right side, or any side. And just take a pause here. And then push your way on up in your own time. So just come back to a seated position of your choice. And we'll just close the practice together. So drawing hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. So just taking a moment to reflect and digest your practice, maybe coming back to that intention you set at the start. And may you move forward with lots of love, laughter, and fun from my heart to yours. Namaste. Well done, everyone. And remember to drink lots of water, and hope you enjoyed the practice. Make sure to leave any comments below and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, go forward with lots of love today. Namaste.